Hello and welcome to a new edition of Random Draw, a trip through the vinyl archives of WTBR-FM. When WTBR moved to the new facilities here at Pittsfield Community Television, it brought along with it a tremendous asset, its vinyl collection, numbering nearly 20,000 pieces, including full albums, EPs, singles, and so much more. The purpose of this program is to take you back in time to the early days of WTBR when these records were brand new. I'm your host, David Cachat, and over the last couple of years, I've acted as sort of an archivist of this great collection. Just imagine, if you will, a wall full of records sorted into like cubby holes with about 150 to 200 records in each section. I'm going to be choosing one of these cubby holes to grab records from, and I'm just going to be randomly selecting records off the wall of our studios to play for you. That's right, playing the actual vinyl records that have been in the WTBR archives for decades. Now, each record in this collection has a catalog number listed on it, and that coincides with the order in which it was received by the WTBR DJs back in the day. Its first two digits represent the year that it came in, and the remaining 3 or 4 digits tell you the order in which they received the LP that year. Now, tonight we're going back to the year 1988, so all of our vinyl collection today will start with the year 88. And we're going to start off with a record, catalog number 88-821. It's by a group called Was Not Was, and it's their third album we're going to play for, called What Up Dog, which was one of their I think it was their biggest album they ever actually released. It hit number 43 on the top 200 charts, and it also had a couple big hit singles, 2 top 20 singles for the band. They had Spy in the House of Love, which was hit number 16, and we're going to play their biggest hit, a song called Walk the Dinosaur, which hit number 7. Of course, as you know, the artist who was one of the members of Was Not Was Don Was, and he became a giant producer and session musician and sort of thing. Produced Rolling Stones albums, Black Crowes albums, and a lot of other famous musicians. But this is back to his humble beginning, so here's Was Not Was with Walk the Dinosaur right now on Random Draw.
Boom, boom, acca-lacca-lacca, boom, 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 acca-lacca, boom, 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 acca-lacca-lacca, boom, 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 acca-lacca, boom, It was a night like this 40 million years ago. I lit a cigarette, picked up a monkey skull to go. The sun was spitting fire, the sky was blue as ice. I felt a little tired, so I watched Miami Vice. I walked the dinosaur. I walked the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Boom, boom, acca-lacca-lacca, boom, 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 acca-lacca, boom, 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 acca-lacca-lacca, boom, 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 acca-lacca, boom. I met you in a cave. You were painting buffalo. I said I'd be your slave, follow wherever you go. That night we split a rattlesnake and danced beneath the stars. You fell asleep, I stayed awake and watched the passing car. And walked the dinosaur. I walked the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk trees and somehow learn to soar. Suddenly, a summer breeze and a mighty lion roar. I killed a dinosaur. I killed a dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody kill the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody kill the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody kill the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody kill the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody kill the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody kill the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody kill the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody kill the dinosaur. Boom, boom, acca lacka lacka boom, 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 acca lacka boom, 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 acca lacka lacka boom, 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 acca lacka boom, 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 acca lacka lacka boom, 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 acca lacka boom, 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 acca lacka lacka boom, 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 acca 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 lacka
Johnny saw her riding on a streetcar named Desire. His fate was sealed. She could see him coming like 100 other lives. It was no big deal. Rosa had a lover on the shady side of town. Tito, he was king of the streets. She was his possession like a jewel on his crown. Johnny better run, better run, better hide her heart, better hold on tight, better say your prayers, 'cause there's trouble tonight. When pride and love battle with desire, better hide your heart, 'cause you're playing with fire. Hey, hey, hey. The ride was over, but the story doesn't end. He took her heart. She looked him in the eye and said they couldn't meet again. You could see the trouble start. The word ran out that Rosa's messing with someone. It was on the street. Tito looked for Johnny with a vengeance and a gun. Johnny better run, better hide your heart, better hold on tight, better say your prayers, 'cause there's trouble tonight. When pride and love battle with desire, better hide your heart, 'cause you're playing with fire. Hey, hey, hey. Johnny's holding Rosa on the rooftop in the night. As time stood still, they couldn't hear him coming till they had them both inside. You could feel a chill. A shot rang out like thunder and the blood was on her hands. With nothing won, when someone lies to die and lovers finally understand. Better hide your heart, better hold on tight, better say your prayers, 'cause there's trouble tonight. When pride and love battle with desire, better hide your heart, 'cause you're playing with fire.
Right, that was LA Guns with One More Reason, and before that we heard Bonnie Tyler and her song Hide Your Heart. And we started the show off today with Was, Not Was, and their hit song Walk the Dinosaur. Now that Bonnie Tyler song Hide Your Heart was taken from an album here in America called Notes from America. In the rest of the world it was known as Hide Your Heart, so that would have been the title track anywhere else in the world, but not here in America. And it was her 7th album released on Columbia Records, in catalog number 88-789 here at WTBR. Unfortunately, it didn't really do any sort of charting here in the States and didn't really do much in the UK either. Did very well over in Norway, from what I understand. But the only thing I could think it's famous for is the album was produced by Desmond Child, who produced a lot of albums in the 80s and 90s and for other famous musicians. And a track on this album later became a giant hit for Tina Turner, a song called The Best. It became sort of a signature track of Tina Turner, but Bonnie Tyler did it first on this album. So that was Bonnie Tyler with Hide Your Heart. And then we followed that up with LA Guns, who in 1988 were putting out their debut self-titled album called LA Guns, catalog number 88-900 on Vertigo Records. And that was one of the singles from that album. The album itself didn't really do anything as far as, again, charting. They had a bigger hit a year later. Their most famous song, The Ballad of Jane, came out in 1989, so a year later. So again, this was kind of the debut for these L.A. bands. At the time, everyone was coming out of L.A. doing hard rock. You know, I think of that was the era of the big Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, Cinderella, L.A. Guns, you know, all those types of bands coming out. There was a bunch of them coming out all the time. So there you go. That was LA Guns and their song, One More Reason. All right, we're going to switch things up a little bit here. We're going to go over to an artist by the name of Ann Peebles, who was an R&B artist. And in 1988, her label, our MCA Records, was putting out Ann Peebles' Greatest Hits, catalog number 88-919 here at WTBR. And, of course, there are some great hits on here. But we're going to listen to her biggest hit ever. It's a song called I Can't Stand the Rain, which in 1973 hit number 38 on the Hot 100 and hit number 6 on the R&B charts here in the United States. I always think of it as sort of the basis for some background tracks for some hip-hop and rap tracks. You'll recognize it as soon as you start hearing it. So here's Ann Peebles right now with I Can't Stand the Rain here on Random Draw.
I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. Yeah, when the rain, do you remember how sweet it used to be? When we was together, everything was so grand. Now that we parted, there's just one sound that I just can't stand. I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain against my window, 'cause he's not here with me.
tempo, fast or slow. Grab the mic, plug it in, and go toe to toe, taking out all opposition. Never no static, automatic, no friction. I'm addiction, on a mission. I rock the rhyme, shorty fresh to the mixing, or the scratching while I'm rapping. Sucker MCs keep napping sleep, 'cause this beat ain't weak. You wanna compete? This the one to beat. The R, the O, in case you didn't know exactly. Roxanne is on a roll. This is how it should be done. This is how it should be done. This is how it should be done. When you like this, this is how it should be done. Say what? So feel it, bust it, and don't stop 'cause I get disgusted. You wanted this to beat? Huh? You must be dusted or just fiending, cold beefing for rap. You heard the jam and now you caught a contact on the spot. Sweating like a junkie, not fancy, just funky, good for your mind. Dope when I come by the R. This beat is stupid deaf, and in due time you'll find that I'm not talking junk. You suckers wanna front? Cold smoke this up like a blunt. Ah yeah, that's right. You know what time it is. Crocodile Dundee Posse know what time it is. Yo, LA Posse know what time it is. You know Big Dad and Muffler, you know what time it is. Yo, they know what time it is. You know, yo, what's up? Now, clap your hands. Stomp your feet. This beat is hitting hard, harder than concrete. On the train tip, it won't slick, slide or glide. It just fits on time with my rhyme when it's time to get mines on the set. Suckers wanna battle me back. And yo, you better just step. 'Cause we can do this. I thought you knew this. Still you persist to pursue this. BEAT, I'm a lady. Top of the line, just like a Mercedes Benz. Or choice Rolls Royce, you're all dried up, but I'm moist. Yell it out loud, Puerto Rican and pride. Watch how a real queen moves the crowd. Rap first lady by popular demand. You're insecure and I cram to understand, so now you tremble. Why I assemble? Listen up, it's my temple. Only one throne, one microphone, and all you perpetrating hookers, leave it alone. The R, the O, in case you didn't know exactly. Roxanne is on a roll. This is how it should be done. Say what? This is how it should be done. Say what? This is how it should be done. Say what? This is how it should be done. This is how it should be. This is how it should be done. This is how it
That was the Bangles with In Your Room. Before that, we heard the Real Roxanne with Roxanne's on a Roll. And we started off this trio of female artists with Ann Peebles and her hit song, I Can't Stand the Rain. All right, now the Real Roxanne was putting out an album in 1988 called The Real Roxanne on Select Records, catalog number 88-892 here at WTBR. Now, The Real Roxanne was actually a woman by the name of Adelaide Martinez, and she was a hip-hop MC, from Brooklyn. And in the late 80s, it was actually part of, it's kind of a weird thing, the Roxanne Wars. You got to look it up. It actually has its own Wikipedia page, because there was a UTFO hit song called Roxanne, and then they used to have some artists that would call themselves Roxanne, like Roxanne Shante and a few other people. And this was the Real Roxanne because she was the officially sanctioned artist in response to all of these call and answer records. So there you go. So in 1988, she was putting out her first album, like I said, The Real Roxanne. And then we followed that up with the Bangles, one of the most successful girl groups of the 80s, who in 1988 were putting out their third album called Everything, and it was on Columbia Records, catalog number 88-829. The album itself did pretty good. I think it reached number 35 on the charts, if I'm not mistaken, and it was, certainly not as big as their previous album. The previous album had, reached number 15 on the charts, my bad. The previous album had Walk Like an Egyptian and Manic Monday and stuff, so you couldn't really top that album. But this album had this song, In Your Room, which hit number 5 on the U.S. Hot 100, and it also had a number 1 song on there called The Eternal Flame. So there you go. That was the Bangles with Everything. All right, we're going to take a break right now on Random Draw. We'll be back in just a couple of moments to listen to some more great random music, so stay tuned.
Pittsfield Community Radio, 89.7 WTBR-FM Pittsfield, 88.1 WSBR Lee.
Hi, my name is Al Perlman, and I love jazz. Mostly jazz from the bebop and beyond period of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I also love sharing my passion for jazz from my extensive jazz vinyl collection with listeners here in Berkshire County. So please join me on Sundays at 8 p.m. for my show Jazz Collector Live on WTBR-FM Pittsfield Community Radio.
Support for WTBR comes from Berkshire Community College. Free community college for any Massachusetts resident without a bachelor's degree at BCC. Find out more at berkshirecc.edu. And from Sandrini Awnings and Home Improvement, providing awnings and canopies in Western Mass. Retractable awnings, retractable screens, gutter and gutter protection systems, commercial awnings and screen rooms, customized solutions available. Online at sandrini.com.
Have you ever dreamed of being a radio DJ, spinning your favorite vinyl, CDs, and MP3s? Have you ever wanted to share conversations with interesting guests with the community? Then the WTBR-FM Programming Committee wants to hear from you. We are now accepting proposals for new programs. For more information, visit WTBRFM.com or call 445-4234. Pittsfield Community Radio, for the love of radio.
WTBR.
Brick, are you just looking at things in the office and saying that you love them?
I love lamp.
Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love lamp. I love lamp.
I, too, love Lamp. All right, we're back here on Random Draw. Remember to subscribe to the podcast of Random Draw by visiting wherever you get podcasts, including, Google, Apple Music, that sort of stuff. You can also visit our station's website for more information at WTBR-FM.com. While you're there, you can get the podcast from my show, get the podcast from all your other shows that are here on the channel. You can see the full schedule of programming. There's also a giant donate button at the top of the screen, and you can certainly press that and help us out in any way possible to help us keep the lights on and the record spinning here at the station. All right, let's jump back into the music here from 1988, and we're going to jump in with a band from Canada called the Cowboy Junkies, who are putting out their second album called The Trinity Session. And it's an interesting history behind this album because basically it was recorded at a church, called, I think it was the Holy Trinity Church in Toronto, and it was recorded while the whole band was just around one microphone. So that's all it is. And basically, most of the album, like 95% of the album, was recorded in one day at this church around one microphone, and it was their biggest album of their career, ironically enough. It went platinum here in the States, hit number 26. It was their highest charting album they ever had here in America. 2 times platinum up in Canada, where they're from. They had other big hit albums up there in Canada. They were much larger artists up in Canada. But we're going to play one of their most famous songs they've had out here in the States, and it's a cover version of the Velvet Underground's Sweet Jane. So here you go. Here are the Cowboy Junkies right now on Random Draw.
Anyone who's ever had a heart wouldn't turn around and break it. And anyone who's ever played a part wouldn't turn around and hate it. Sweet Jane. Sweet Jane. Oh, sweet, sweet Jane. You're waiting for Jimmy down in the alley. You're waiting there for him to come back home. You're waiting down on the corner. You're thinking of ways to get back home. Sweet Jane. Sweet Jane. Ah, sweet, sweet Jane. Anyone who's ever had a dream, anyone who's ever played a part, anyone who's ever been lonely, and anyone who's ever split
always be there. Sometimes if I shout, it's not what's intended. These words just come out with no cross to bear. I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say. Promise. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be. Promise. But if you wait around a while, I'll make you fall for me. I promise you. I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be. And if I had to walk the world, I'd make you fall for me. I promise you I need to tell ya, gotta tell ya, I've gotta tell ya. I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be. But if you wait around a while, I'll make you fall for me. I promise you. I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be. And if I had to walk the world, I'd make it fall for me. I promise you I
Think of your fellow man. Lend him a helping hand. Put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait. You see, another day goes by and still
a Little Love in Your Heart. That was Annie Lennox and Al Green. Before that, we heard from the group When in Rome with their hit song, The Promise. And we started off the second half of the show with the Cowboy Junkies and their cover of the song, Sweet Jane. Now, When in Rome were an English synth trio who were putting out their debut album called When in Rome, and it was on Virgin Records, and it was catalog number 88-843. Not only was it their debut album, it was also their last album. They broke up a couple years later, and ironically enough, there are now two When in Rome groups that are touring the world. Since it was a trio, one of the guys, the guy who got fired originally by the two other guys, formed a group called When in Rome 2, and then the two other guys formed a band called When in Rome UK. So there you go. Go figure that out. But anyways, that was a big hit single for them. Again, it was the only hit single. They hit number 11 on the U.S. Hot 100 charts, hit number 1 on the dance tracks here in America. So there you go. That was When in Rome with The Promise. We followed that up with Annie Lennox and Al Green and their cover of an old Jackie DeShannon song called Put a Little Love in Your Heart. It was from the Scrooge soundtrack, catalog number 88-893 here at WTBR. And, that was a big hit single, hit number 9 on the U.S. Hot 100 here in America when it came out in 1988. The original version did a little better, hit number 4 back in August of 1969. So that's right, the month of Woodstock, Put a Little Love in Your Heart was a number 4 track that month in America. So there you go, there was Al Green and Annie Lennox. All right, we got time for a couple more tracks. We're going to start off with the great Eddie Money, who was putting out an album called Nothing to Lose in 1988. It was catalog number 88-785 here at WTBR on Columbia Records. And for him, it was a pretty good album. It was a top 40, top 50 album. I think it was number 49 on the charts. But he had a big hit single off of it. Here's the song we're going to play for you. It's hit number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's Walk on Water. So here's Eddie Money right now on Random Draw.
Well, if I could walk on water, and if I could find some way to prove, if I could walk on water, would you believe in me? My love is so true. Sure regret I hurt you once, or so you said. Just one more chance is all you get. Didn't mean to do you wrong again. Worse things have been done by better men. Baby, don't treat me this way. How long have I got to pay now? I'm still paying. Well, if I could walk on water, and if I could find some way to prove, if I could walk on water, would you believe
name's John Lee Pettimore. Same as my daddy and his daddy before. You hardly ever saw Granddaddy down here. They only come to town about twice a year. They buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew that it made moonshine. Now the revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad. Headed up a holler of everything he had. For my time, but I've been told he never come back from Copperhead Road. Now Daddy ran a whiskey in a big black Dodge. Bought it at an auction at the Mason's Lodge. Johnson County Sheriff painted on the side. Just shot a coat of primer, then he looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Then the sheriff came around in the middle of the night. Heard Mama crying that something wasn't right. He's headed down to Knoxville with a weekly load. You can smell a whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. First round here and away. I done 2 tours of duty in Vietnam. I came home with a brand new plane. I take the seat from Colombia, Mexico. I just planted up a holler down Copperhead Road. Chopper in the air, we got screaming like I'm back over there. I learned a thing or two from Charlie, don't you know? You better stay away from Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road.
Earth, Wind, and Fire with Let's Groove. Before that, we heard Steve Earle and his song Copperhead Road. And we started off this last set of music with Eddie Money and his song Walk on Water. That song by Steve Earle, Copperhead Road, was the title track off of his third album, which he describes as the first album that combined heavy metal with bluegrass. So there you go. The album itself, Copperhead Road, rose to number 56 in the Billboard 200 on the top 200 albums, but hit number 7 on the country album charts. The single itself hit number 10 on the mainstream rock charts. So there you go. It's all over the place as far as charts go. So that was Steve Earle with Copperhead Road. And if you're thinking, hey, that Earth, Wind, and Fire song didn't come out in 1988, you are also correct there. We listened to it from an album called The Best of Earth, Wind, and Fire Volume 2. And that was released on Columbia Records in 1988. It's catalog number 88-891 here at WTBR. The single itself, Let's Groove, came out originally in 1981 off of their album Raise, and it actually hit number 3 back in 1981. So there you go. So that was Earth, Wind, and Fire with Let's Groove. Well, that about wraps it up for us here at Random Draw. If you'd like to learn more about WTBR or even have an idea for your own show, please visit WTBR-FM.com. So until next time here on Random Draw, I've been your host, David Cachat, and we will see you later.